Hello, welcome back to Wha-Gwarn.com. We're in week 13. Unlucky for some, well, I had them in a week there. So, we're going to start with Monday, the 23rd of March, week 13. I'm Brown Eyes Brownie. You know who I am by now. If you've been watching the show by now, well, maybe you should have been. You have found out some things. Well, Brown Eyes Brownie, Wha-Gwarn. Can't really pop it with the right hand too top because I mash up my thumb. I don't want to go deep too much. Got a man in a pain right now, man in pain. People could talk about how much pain they're in. I tell you now, I slam my, oh my word, I was almost in tears. So I'm not going to turn with this one because that one's mash up. So we start off with the Daily Mirror, Wha-Gwarn.com, Brown Eyes Brownie, you know the rules. Don't feel no way if we touch your story. Don't feel no way if we don't touch your story. We'll just look through the week's papers and find out Wha-Gwarn. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to say it again, because I said the same thing and I keep on saying the same thing on Monkey Pass. How come you got paper? Because I tell you now, come on board. Come on board. Email me. Come on board. I told you before, I don't want to be sitting here. I don't want to be sitting here. You hear from me? So we start off with Jade. Jade passed away. As you can see, Jade Boys gently told her that she dies on Mother's Day. The heartbroken news of Jade's death was gently broken to their young sons yesterday. As their mummy told, Mummy's in heaven. Well, you know what? It's nice to see that. I don't mean I have to say this. When Jade was alive, you all didn't agree with her too much. I didn't agree with certain things she said. I'm not going to deny it. Certain things she said were just outrageous. Certain times you had to laugh at what she said, and certain times you just thought, that's just a girl who's just a bit confused. But she's passed on. I don't speak ill of the dead unless the dead were wicked. And if it's wicked people, then, well, I'll cuss you down. You know what I mean already? Cuss you down! So we've got more pictures. You may not know we were from East Anglia, but you know where our hearts. So there you go, pictures of them flowers for Jade. Jade, she will save thousands, and I hope she does save thousands because I hope thousands of you women are now coming forward with breast cancer things and cervical cancer and getting checked out and making sure you're taking care of yourself. Before you go pub and go running pub, think to yourself, you went pub last week, when was the last time you went to the doctor for a checkup? Think about these things. Serious things I'm talking about, serious things. Don't let someone die who's trying to tell you something and you don't even listen to a word they were saying. Especially when it's constructiveness. I just want to talk about this, what's his name? North Korean dictator Kim Jong-Lao looks struggling on like a train spot. So what they're trying to say is, what we've got here, you don't want to see it too tough. We've got a picture here, the army in, where am I? North Korea. So we've got a picture here, like loads of army men lined up underneath some pictures. This, what's his name? Kim Jong-Lao was a dictator, man. I want to ask some quick questions. I don't want to get too long and too deep. You know what I'm saying? But the question is this. When you are a dictator, which means that you're in control of everything. Everything. You're in control of everything. Education, you're in control of the river, you're in control of everything. Every single thing you're in control of. The shops, what the shops sell, what man read, what man work. You're in control of everything. Nobody does nothing without you saying, yes, you can do it. Why can't you look after your people good? Now this might sound stupid to some people, but why can't you, why, I don't know, because I have these strange beliefs that if you look after people good, people won't turn on, well, some rats will, but people will not turn, or generally people won't turn on you. If you feed your people, give them a good education, give them a good standard of living, why would they turn on you? So why do all these dictators, and I'm not saying I live in a dictatorship, I live in England. Dictatorship, let me tell you this, from when you got a queen who's telling you straight, she ain't going to do nothing but be queen. That's dictatorship. Cromwell did not march through England and do his thing so the Queen could still sit down and tell you about she's doing this and that, and then all the MPs could get their fringe benefits and get their peerage. He was on about the people, control the people. In other words, we have a group of people represented by the people, for the people, to work with the people to make things better. Now you've got MPs telling you about rich wine and all this. They've lost that river. But I was back to the truth. Why is it certain dictators can't take care of the people? You'll oppress the people, you'll beat the people, you'll keep them down, whatever, like you don't want to educate the people. Why? In case they turn on you. If you treat them good, you have nothing to worry about, as I said before. People should be living large. This could be heaven on earth. If you think about how much man have got money, how much countries spend on weapons, but they spend nothing on their own people, they take all the money from the people. There you go. Welcome to England. Welcome to everywhere else around the world as well. Think about people. You take care of the people will be happy. I'll tell you now, the people will be happy. What am I telling you for? You imagine now, you would dictator, yeah. You give your people healthcare, you give them education, you give them a good standard of living. Who's going to come along and turn you over? and say, right, this is where we're going to this now, where we're going to have rich, we're going to have poor, you're going to be in the gutter, you're going to be up in the big house. Why would we tell you? What I said before, them man telling you you're living large, all them dictator man the same. They run things, they got gun. They boss gun in you and tell you they're working for you. How can you boss gun at man? Tell man, look at the miners' strike. As I even go back to the miners' strike, you have man who are getting a wage who say, right, you know what, we need more money. This company's making X amount of money, we want some higher wages. In other words, we're not going to work, we're going to stand out here with pickets, we're going to stand out here with our little oil drums burning a little fire, and we're not going to work. Right. You then have a place called England where Margaret Thatcher turns around to you and says, move them on, so to speak. Move them on. Don't want them there. Police go in. You can see the police beating man up. Even when we protest now, they still beat man up. They're telling you straight, this is a dictatorship. You don't open your mouth. We're telling you what's going on. Anyway, let me move on. Because I don't want to get drawn into them things like I can sit down all day and chat about them things there. As I said before, if them are working for you, we're doing a lot better than what you are now. So we've got this boy here, minister. This minister lives 3 miles from Westminster, yet claims 60,000 in expenses for a home owned by his parents. Wha-Gwarn. What I'm trying to say is that man lives 3 miles away from your house, yeah, but you're claiming £60,000 in expenses for your parents. What kind of global warming him having? Is he travelling by I don't know? Is he travelling by diamond coach? What kind of fraud is this? Top 10 claimed by London MPs, second homes in the past 5 years. Them man are just, oh, you know, it's just unbelievable. That's theft. Fraud, embezzlement. I don't know what the man call under their law, because they have section for section and section of section. Section 52 of the ABC. Them man have section. But the confined laws for us, the confined laws for these boys. When it's an MP, it's a different thing. Let me move through anyway, because I want to fly through. You know I'm saying, the thumb still mash up. Daily Mail, Jade's on the front again. Inheritance tax, Tories climb down. What they're trying to say is that the Tories pledged to increase the tax burden of inheritance tax being put on the back burner. So in other words, they're all saying if your house isn't worth more than $1 million, or if your house is worth less than $1 million, you wouldn't pay inheritance tax if they came into power. As I said before, to me, as far as I am concerned, you can argue as much as you want to argue, and you can chat as much as you want to chat. We have a country what is falling apart at the seams. We know what the problems are, they know what the problems are, but they don't want to solve them. As far as I'm concerned, it's the same clique. You can say they're Tories, they're Conservative, they're the same clique. When I say to you, stop the war, that money we spend on the war, the 30 million, 50 million, 2 billion a month, whatever you're spending, you could put back into the education, you could put back into cancer research, back into the NHS hospitals, back into healthcare, back into flipping care in the homes, care in the community. You're telling me, no, I'm a madman. You look at me like I'm stupid. What would you do that for? Why not? If you've got money to spend on bomb, to lash a man and kill a man and murder a man, you're telling me about the Iraqi man was oppressed by Saddam Hussein. I'm telling you now, you're oppressing them man now. And if I'm wrong, you bring them Iraqi man there who you're kicking off the door at night time, because you're not going to shoot them things on TV anymore. You think I'm not watching you? You think I'm not watching? I'm not saying don't put them things on TV no more. You used to put all them Iraqi things on, you're still out there and all that Afghanistan stuff. You haven't put them on the news in time. Oh. You stop putting them on the news now, you're booting off man's door and dragging man up. You look at Guantanamo Bay people. Alright, so they're saying that let's go back to the inheritance tax anyway, because I'm you know what, I told you before, I mashed up my thumb. There's no Friday, I've mashed up my thumb, so I'm just licking everyone today. Everyone's going to get a lick. And I'm not, Right, so what they're saying is that's £1 million. What they're saying is now is that they're going to slow down on that now, because they're not in too rush to make that. So what they're saying is, you work, you do your things, you get your little pennies, you start to say to yourself, you know what, let me buy a house, leave something for my kids, have something to, you know, show that I achieve something. Let me just spend a bit of time on the castle. You know what I'm saying? What the government's telling you is, if your castle then expires to a price where it's worthy of something, and you know what, it's worth a bit of cash, and it's something you can give to your family, they want 40%. And right now in England, we're at £240,000. So what we're saying is, the average house in England is about 210, I'd say between 180 to 210,000, somewhere around that margin. So you've only got another 30,000 with the government not building more houses and the population increasing before them houses do touch that, and they've got everyone. On the smart doing, government smart boy. So what they're trying to say is, you work for your 25 years, pay your mortgage off, when you turn old, carry on working, your pension, your level of retirement's going up, your pension ain't worth jack, and now it's taking 40% of your house. You think it's not financial enslavement, but take away the chain. You take away the chain, you put a mental slavery to you, give them an education. When you're looking for a job, you're saying, no, I can't get that job. Remember who gave you the education? Remember what school you went to? It was a government school, and if it was a government school, the government gave you the education. They could have put more into the education and give you a bigger education, but they didn't want to, as I said before. financial enslavement. Watch yourself. So that's what they're saying. The Tories ain't gonna give you nothing back. They slowed down on that now, so they're leaving it at 240,000. And what's more is, if you have passed away during the time from now to when they do change it, they'll claim a load of houses and made extra cash anyway. Why is it you have to pay £40,000 of what you've already paid? You've already paid tax on it. You've already paid tax on the money you paid for that, and now they're telling you they're taxing it again. Ridiculous. You own nothing. You own, and you're telling me it's not a dictation. This isn't I can tell you straight away. I don't want to give you my money. I don't want to give you my money. I've paid your tax already. You're going to tell me straight. You're taking it. You're taking it. Dictatorship. Watch yourself. There's also here a horse which is allergic to grass. Look like one next thing. That's all. Hey, I just saw that running around the field. We're thinking, Wha-Gwarn. No, mate. A horse which is allergic to grass. Maybe you can. I don't know what you can do with it. Put him on some on field with wood chipping. Yeah, them enclosure what they do them things in. Put them on the wood chipping and they put the horse around there. That Fred boy at night time. You imagine now, you've had a blaze now, you're walking home now, yeah. Had a blaze and that thing's trotting around the field. You'll be thinking, what are you? Easy. Take time. Anyway, let's move on. I'm ashamed that says married MP caught romping with brunette in Commons. So while the man's in the House of Commons, MP boy, ball out your name. Nigel Griffith. With his wife of 30 years, Saleh, non-Labour colleagues came forward to support him yesterday. So what they're trying to say is a senior Labour MP last night admitted he was ashamed after being caught cheating on his wife with a woman inside the House of Commons. He was ashamed after being caught. Hear the word? I was ashamed after being caught. Not during the act, not before. I was thinking, you know what, maybe I should do that. I was ashamed after being caught. There you go. So, what he's saying is if you're married to a woman for 30 years, don't know what Wha-Gwarn, as I said before, talk to your woman, talk to her about them things. If you're a freak, wait till night time. If you're a big freak, the freaks come out at night. Oh, the freaks come out at night. Freak in the day. But talk to your woman. Talk to her. Tell her straight. You know what? Even if you have to get some kind of, I don't know. But if your woman ain't doing them things and you get caught inside the House of Commons with her next woman doing something, whoa, and you're working on our time as well. I wonder how long that was going on for. Because if you was there now, I don't know about you. I don't know if you was a stamina daddy for your lady girl picking it. I don't know. You could have been a 3-minute man. But you could have been a whole stamina daddy. In other words, you're getting paid an hour for romping with your girl. And how long has that been going on for? And how much of my time have you been spending? Whoa, maybe I should claim that back as well. Is that on your expenses? I hope you use a condom, but don't put it on my expenses. Make sure you use some Red or some lubricant. Alright then. So we move on. More pictures of Mummy's gone to heaven, boys. So Jade's finally passed on. And, oh, I just want to touch this one here. Grandstand view of Zara, the royal family's first wag. I don't know about that. But Zara, I don't know how old Zara was, I even know. I don't mean it in a funny way because you know what happened to the last man of colour who tried to get with some royal. They still don't know what happened to him. I don't know. But she's older now. She's older now. She's a big girl now. Yeah. Not me. I'm not here. I'm sure they'll make sure they know how, you know how I died. They're going to make no cover up about that. So here's the man now. He's just showing him Minister faces sleaze over cash claims for parents' homes. What he said he's been claiming for his mummy and daddy house, or for his mummy or daddy or whoever. The Labour Minister faces sleaze inquiry after claiming $60,000 for taxpayers' expenses on his parents.